Hello and welcome to this series on canvases. My name is Andrew Rose. I have been working on these sort of things for probably about 10 years now with lean and agile principles. What I'd like to do in this series is to introduce canvases and talk about why these are very good tools to put into your specific toolkit for when it comes to developing your products, services, and bringing these out to deploy. So you have some very fast, lightweight tools to deploy when it comes to making decisions about competing features or projects. We have limited resources, we have limited funds. What I like to get away from are writing those very long proposals that take up a lot of time, where we could actually be working on developing something using those time and funds rather than going into these very long and deep proposals that I find don't bring a lot of value, because by the time we've completed the proposal, if we were to really invest that into validating assumptions or testing hypotheses, we could be well ahead of the game. And there's a lot of debate on this that we could have. So what I'm going to do in this series is introduce the tools called canvases. And you see one on the whiteboard here. This specifically is an opportunity canvas. The reasons for using canvases. So one reason for using canvases, as you see, this is very lightweight. It's one page of information, and this forces us to be very succinct in the information that we place on the canvas. We can't run and drone on and on about the information that we place in here. We only have a certain amount of space to articulate the key points. This forces the people using the canvas to really refine the ideas that they want to execute against. And that's very important, because I find that the mastery really comes when you can articulate what you want to do in a very short and concise manner. Second point for using canvases is it allows us an apples to apples comparison. So if all your competing product ideas or projects are articulated in these formats, then all we need to do is place these together and bring the decision makers into the room, and then walk around the canvases and evaluate the information that is provided in them. From there, we can come up with a scoring system and then use that scoring system to subscribe a high score to a canvas that we feel is going to provide us a lot of value, and a lower score to canvases that maybe we want to do something later for those, should that value be realized for them. Third thing about canvases, they're very easy to use. So we don't need to look at those MBA skills of determining net present value, for doing IRR calculations, for doing a lot of number crunching and upfront financial analysis. What we're really trying to articulate when we have a canvas are, what are the specific problems that we have? How are you going to address those problems? And there's other ancillary elements of the canvas that come up that we fill in. These are quite simple to do, and then after you go through the series of talks that I'm giving, you'll find that you can do these quite easily. You don't need to have an MBA or 4.0 GPA or gone through a CPA program, financial accounting, or anything like that. Anybody can do this. So this is really good for people that are working in startups that have a lot of competing priorities and very small amount of resources. It's easy to get up and running really fast with these canvases.